Hello there. Our brush tonight is my John Michaud with a 22mm Virginia Sheen 3-band silver tip. Lovely brush, just beautiful. The soap tonight is Wild West Shaving Company's Johnny Appleseed. And this is a soap that has apple cider, tobacco, wood smoke, and fern. And it's just wonderful. It's got, the apple cider is strong in it. It is absolutely lovely. If you like apple, apple is one of my favorite foods, then this is right up your alley. The wood smoke and the fern and the leather just kind of, they're in the background, and I don't pick them up as individual scents, but what they do is they take the apple cider scent and kind of, to me, what it's like is, have you ever sliced an apple in half and kind of smelled right there in the center where the seeds are, that kind of earthiness that's in the center of that apple and the core of it? It's kind of what the leather and the fern and the wood smoke are doing in this, and I don't really pick them up, but they give this more of an earthy, instead of just a sweet apple cider kind of scent, you're getting more of that earthiness that's in the background there too, and it's just lovely. We're going to go ahead and move down and start loading up. All right. I've not been as active as normal. It's been 5 or 6 days easy. I haven't checked my YouTube page for it, but I know it's been at least 5 days, probably more like 6, since I've posted a video. And I'm just, some of it is that I'm still kind of recovering from whatever the respiratory thing is. My whole house is sick. My wife and daughter are still pretty good and sick with it, and I've been messing with other things like woodworking, that kind of deal, and just playing music and just generally occupied with other things. I didn't mean to take this long to do another video. Just sort of happened. And as a matter of fact, I have a friend of mine I need to call. I haven't talked to in a while. He's called a couple of times. Well, he called once, I think, and then he messaged me on Facebook once or twice saying, "Hey man, are you still alive, And I need to call and talk to him. I haven't spoken to him in a while, and I really do love our conversations. It's hard to get back in gear when, I was down for 15 days, man. I mean, I was down for 10. And it's hard to get back into moving and doing, and my brain is kind of numb. That kind of deal. Oh, that's lovely. What? I'm putting me just a bit more water. Now look at the sheen. I don't know, my cameras for some reason never catch it, and it may be the quality of the camera, or it just may be an artifact of filming that you can't really, unless you have a really high quality camera, which I don't have, and it'll probably be a long time before I can afford one. And if I got one, I'd have to figure out how to film from the other side, because basically what I'm doing is setting my laptop up facing me, with my laptop cameras facing me on a shelf in front of me, and I'm looking straight into it, and it'll be strange and weird and difficult to get right if I ever get a better camera. That's a standalone. So, all right, let's move back up. All right, we're back up. Now you may have noticed that I've edited the video a little. In other words, what I've done is edit out the parts where I move the camera up and down. I'm loath to edit anything in my videos. I like to do a real time, but I really think that it looks better if I edit that out. So I'm going to, if I can remember to, I'm going to start doing that. Lovely. From now on. It smells wonderful on the face, and believe it or not, the smoke and the let's see if I'm right on what it is. Yeah, the tobacco scent is a little more present. The apple is still good and strong, but I can pick up the tobacco and the smoke. I'm not picking up the fern, but that may, there's kind of a green note, but it's almost like psychosomatic, somebody mentioned it, so I'm smelling it, that kind of deal. I want to be careful. But the tobacco I'm getting, and the wood smoke I'm definitely getting now, once it comes to the face. Razor tonight is my Torrey. It's like a faux frameback or whatever you want to call it. Just a lovely little, you see. Here, let me get it in front of the camera better. Just a lovely old razor. Hold on a minute. I forgot to get me out a towel when I started this. That's a frequent mistake of mine. Lovely lather. Feels wonderful on the face. Nice edge. Don't remember what I honed this on. I think it was finished on my Escher, but I'm not sure. A lovely edge. Nonetheless, beautiful shaver. I gotta kind of not just go like that, but I gotta kind of do that, or I'll nick every time I shave. If I don't do that, I'll nick the living snot out of my stuff right there in that cleft or whatever that's called. Right below that, the razor will slice me every time. So I got to do my best to get that as flat as is possible, or I will pay the price. Lovely. Beautiful. That right there, I could stop right there, and it would be lovely. But we're gonna go for number 2. Beautiful. One of the things you'll notice, especially on the upward pass, the flatter you, and this is generally true all the time, but I tend to use a bit different angle up here than I would, or go in this direction than I would go in this direction. It helps a lot to flatten that angle, flatten that spine down a lot more. On that, what other people would call against grain pass, for me that's cross grain. I don't really get an against grain pass, except for here. This is against grain, this is cross grain, and there is no way that I can find against the grain on that part of my neck. It doesn't happen. Beautiful. Lovely. All right. Cold water rinse. Beautiful shave. I can tell I don't even have to really. That's lovely, nice and close. For an aftershave, I'm going to use Beaverwood, right? I think it's Black Ship Grooming now. Jolly Roger, fantastic scent. Gift from a very good friend of mine, and just outstanding. I think it would go, and it does, really well with this soap. Oh man. All right, God bless you. Thanks for coming along. Wild West Shaving Company, Johnny Appleseed. Beautiful stuff. Later.